Hello kids, welcome to my channel, Hi with Himani. We are doing our first chapter, Knowing the Numbers from Class 6 Mathematics. Today, together we will learn how to answer this question. The question is, how many numbers can you make? What does it mean? In the question, they will ask that how many different numbers of particular digits you can make. Still not clear? This will be clear once we see this question. Usually, the question comes in this format. How many dash digit numbers can be made from the given digits? In the question, they will give you specified number of digits. The number will be made up of, that is, whether those numbers will be 2 digit or 3 digits or 4 digit. So that ways they will give. And they will also give the digits with which you have to form those numbers. Then we have to find out that how many different numbers are possible with those particular digits, with repetition and without repetition. Is it making sense to you? Let's understand it further with the help of example. Then the concept will be very clear. See, here is the question in front of us. How many 2-digit numbers can be made from 582? See, it has been mentioned that we have to make a 2-digit number, right? First we'll do without repetition. Okay. First we'll do without repetition. There is a formula to it, and there is a process where we can actually make the numbers on our own, all the combinations. So we will learn with both the methods. Though the formula is straightforward, it's direct, but to understand how this formula is working is very important. Then only we can apply the formula with different conditions. Okay, so first we'll do it by making all the possible combinations one by one. So we'll start from here. 2-digit number, and the digits are 5, 8 and 2. So this is the first place. How many possible options I have for the first place? I have 3 options. I can use 5 for the first place, 8 or 2. Any of these 3 digits I can use. So I can say I have 3 options. Now, since I am doing without repetition, I cannot use 5 over here if I have already used it in the first place. Then with 5, only 2 options are left for the second place. They are 8 and 2. With 8, again the same thing. If I have used 8 in the first place, then only 2 options are left. For 2, again 2 options are left for the second place. This way we'll make numbers. So it will become 5 in the first place, 8 in the second place. The number becomes 58. Then 52, 82, 85, 28 and 25. So if we see how many numbers we have formed like this, we have formed 6 numbers, right? This is by actually making all the combinations ourselves. Another way, which is the direct way, is the formula. We have 2 digits. So how many options I have for the first place? As I have seen, I have 3 options. With every option, okay, for the second place, I have 2 options again. So 3 will be multiplied by 2. The answer is 6. Do you know how this formula is working? We just have to see how many options I have for each place. Right? See, the answer is same. Shall we do it with repetition? Now we will do it with repetition. Okay. We have 2 places. So for the first place, I have 3 options like before, 5, 8 and 2. Since this time the repetition is allowed, with 5, I have how many options? I have all the 3 options because I can use 5 again in the second place even if I have used the first place because I am doing it with repetition. So it's 5, 8 and 2. With 8 again is 5, 8, 2. With 2 again it is 5, 8, 2. So the number becomes 5 at the first place, 5 at the second place, 55, 58, 52, 85, 88, 82, 25, 28 and 22. So how many numbers? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Total 9 such numbers can be formed by using 3 digits. Okay. Now when we will use the formula, we will have, again do the same thing. We have 2 places over here. How many options I have for the first place? I have 3 options. With every option, again I have 3 options for the second place. So the total number of numbers that can be formed are 9. See, 9 here, 9 here. So this is the working of the formula. To have a better grasp of the concept, we will take another example with 3 digits. Okay, this time the number that has to be formed shall be of 3 digits. How many 3-digit numbers can be made from 714? So the number is of 3 digits. And the options which we have are again 3. So first we will do without repetition. For the first place, as you know, I have these options 7, 1 and 4. With 7, without repetition, I have just 2 options, 1 and 4, 4 and 7, 1 and 7. Right? So once I have, now since we are doing it without repetition, I have used 7 here for the first place, 1 here for the second place, then the only option left with me is to use 4 at the third place. Right? Similarly, if you see for the second number which we are making, 7 at the first place, 4 at the second place, the only option left without repetition is 1. The same goes here, 1, 4, then 7, 1, 7 and 4, 4, 1 and 7, 4, 7 and 1. So the number becomes 714, 741, 147, 174, 417, 471. So these are the different numbers that can be formed by using 714 without repetition. How many numbers are these? These are 6 numbers. Now we'll see how the formula will work for this. 1, 2, 3. For the first place, how many options I have? I have 3 options. Since I have used any one of these 3 digits, I am left with just 2 options. For every first digit, for every second digit, I am just left with 2 options for each. So 3 into 2. Now since I have used 2 of these, I am just left with 1 option. So it's like 3 into 2 into 1. That becomes 6. 6 here, 6 here. I hope the principle behind how this formula works is clear to you by now. It is very simple. We just have to see that how many digit numbers we have to form. So we'll put that many dash first and put a multiplication sign. We'll see how many options are there for this place. Here it is 3. Then it becomes 2 over here because we have already used 1. Then it again becomes 1 over 1 for the third place because we have used 2. So this is the principle behind the working of the formula. So now we'll do another part of the same question, which says how many 3-digit numbers can be formed. 3-digit number can be formed by using the digits 7, 1 and 4, but this time with repetition. If you wish, you can make all the possible combinations in the same way as we have done before, and actually see how whether you could make all the combinations your own or not. Otherwise, we can use the formula directly now since we know how it works. So now repetition is allowed. So how many options I have for the first place? 3 options. For every option, again I have 3 options for the second place, right? So I'll multiply this number with 3 because this time I can use any of the 3, 7, 1 and 4 since repetition is allowed. And the same goes for the first place also. So how many numbers we can form? With repetition will be 27. Is it clear? So let's take another example of 4-digit. How many 4-digit numbers can be made from 3, 6, 9 and 1? This time, first we'll do without repetition. We are doing without repetition. How many options I have for the first place here? When I have these 4 digits, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have 4 such options. Since I am doing without repetition, I cannot use the digit which I have used here. So I'm just left with 3. Right? Initially I have 4, but now since I've used 1 for the first place, I'm just left with 3 options for the second place. Now, since I have used 2, 1 here, 1 here, I'm left with 2 options for the third place. How many digits I have used? 1, 2 and 3. I've used 3 digits. I'm left with just 1 digit. It's 1 here. So, how many numbers can be formed like this? 4, 3 is 12, 12 2 is 24, 24 into 1 is 24. So our answer is 24 without repetition. Now we'll do the question with repetition, right? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here again we have to form a 4-digit number. So for the first place, how many options I have? I have 4 options, right? Because I can use any of these digits, 3, 6, 9 and 1. Since repetition is allowed, again I can use any of the digits 3, 6, 9 and 1 for this place also. So I'll multiply by 4. Again for the third place, I can use the same digits again. So multiplied by 4. Here also I have 4 options for this place also. So I multiplied by 4. So let's see what comes. 4, 4, 16, 16, 4, 64. 64 into 4 will be 256. Right? So this is how we actually use the formula for solving. But now you'll say that why these digits are given when we are actually not using those digits and forming the numbers every time if you're using the formula. They can just say how many 4-digit numbers you can form by 4 digits. Then also the answer should be same. No, it will not be so. Why? Because there is one unique number, that is 0. If it is there, then the entire game changes. How? Let's see. Let's see with an example. So here in this question, how many 2-digit numbers can be made from 7, 0 and 1? It's a 2-digit number we have to make. So first let's start making the real combinations. So first we'll do it without repetition. So without repetition, how many options I have for the first place? Do I have the liberty to use all the 3 digits 7, 0 and 1 here in this place? Do I have the liberty? No, I don't, because I can use 7, I can use 1. I cannot use 0 because 0 towards the left hand side of any number doesn't make any sense. If I put 0 over here, it will not remain a 2-digit number, but it will become a 1-digit number only. So this possibility is not there with me. I can use 7 or I can use 1. Now, since I have used 7 over here, I am left with 2 possibilities only, because I am doing without repetition. 1 and 0, 1, 7 and 0. Now on the second place I can use 0, no problem about it. So then now let's see the numbers which are formed. 7 at the first place, 1 at the second place will be 71, then 70, then 17 and then 10. Right? So these are 4 numbers that could be formed without repetition. Now if we know how to use the formula, we can again get the same answer directly. We have to make a 2-digit number. We just have to see that how many options are there with us for this place. How many? 1 and 2. Since I am doing it without repetition, I am left again with just 2 options because I have used one of the digits out of 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. Right? So the answer is 4. This is the direct answer. This is by actually making all the possible combination. So now let's see with repetition. With repetition, again 1 and 2. Let's make these combination. They are fun to make, right? So now I'll try, I'll be happy if you can actually try it on your own in your notebooks first, and then you can check. So here we are with repetitions. We have 2 digits, 2-digit number which we have to form, and this time repetition is allowed. If you see, Again, for the first place, I have just 2 options. Then for the second place, all 3 options are open with me. That is 7, 0 or 1. 7, 0 or 1, because again I can use 1 even if I used it in the first place. I can use 7 in the second place even if I used it in the first place. So the numbers become 77, 70, 71, 17, 10 and 11. Let's check with the formula. It will become like this. It's a 2-digit number. How many options I have for the first place? 2. How many options I have for the second place? It's 3. So the number is 6. And here also, when we have made the combination, it is 6. The answer is same both ways, right? So you understood how to use the formula with 0 also. Let's take few more examples. How many 4-digit numbers can be made from 6901 without repetition? Okay, so we'll do it directly with the formula, since I'm very sure that the concept must be absolutely clear to you now. So how it works, I have to make a 4-digit number, and first I'm doing it without repetition. So how many options I have for this place? Though I have 4 digits, but since I cannot use 0, I am left with just 3 options, 6, 9 and 1 for this place, right? Then for the second place, since I have used one of the digits out of those 4, I am left again with 3 options here. Since I have used 2 digits out of those 4, I am left with just 2 options for this place. Since I have used 3 digits out of 4, I am left with 1 option. So the answer is 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18, 18 into 1 is again 18. So the answer is 18 without repetition. Okay. So now we'll do it with repetition, just using the formula. I have a 4-digit number with me and repetition is allowed. For this place, how many options I have? I can use 6, 9 or 1. I cannot use 0. So the options left with me are just 3 for this place. But here I can use 0. I have the liberty of using 0, and I have the liberty of using the same digit I have used on the first place because repetition is allowed. So the options are 4, because this time I can use 0 here. Here also the options are 4. Here also the options are 4. The same logic. So 4 3s are 12, 12 4s are 48, 48 into 4 will be equal to 192. So this is the answer, right? I hope this is clear to you using the formula, because in most of your exams you are asked to solve just the number of numbers that you can form by using the formula. At times you might be asked to to make all the possible combinations on your own, so you can use the technique, right? The way I have told you how to make the possible combinations, not just by juggling and by just thinking and jump, because you might, in that case you might miss. So you should go it in the systematic way, the way we have done it earlier, right? So whatever it is, I hope you'll be able to answer this question in whatever way format it comes to you. So I hope the concept is clear to you. Then we'll meet for our next video with a new concept. So by that time, goodbye.
Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching.